Hi Gemini, happy December 2017. This is Jess, the Mystical Cat. I'm here today with your December 2017 reading. Wishing you guys lots of love and a beautiful end of year for 2017. Hope all of you are ready and planning for the year ahead. I'm hearing something like maybe rosemary, also Epsom salt and pink salt. Himalayan salt. Do that maybe twice in a week. Set your prayers, intentions for the new year, and see what happens. Maybe magic happens. Let's just dive into the reading for 2017 for my Geminis. Five of Cups. Might be that some of you will be feeling a bit sick. Not exactly like in bed or anything like that, but maybe not feeling 100% yourself. Maybe a bit of a cold, maybe some sort of muscle pain, or maybe some sort of internal pain in some sense. So it could be maybe a sadness or maybe some sort of unfulfillment when it comes to like spirituality, philosophy, some sort of internal or deep thoughts that are not being fulfilled at this time. But let's see what is in the reading for you guys. At the bottom we have the Chariot, at the top the Nine of Wands. So I see many of you right off the bat. I can see that many of you are transitioning maybe into a new job, definitely clarified by the Ace of Wands. Let's see, I also see many of you traveling. A lot of people in your reading. This spread has a lot of characters. So let's see what all these energies are about, and then I'll fastly read back to you the cards that we have. Top row we have the Nine of Swords, Knight of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, Nine of Wands, the Tower, the Two of Cups, and the Seven of Swords. Second row covering Six of Cups, Knight of Wands, Six of Pentacles, Nine of Cups, Highest Priestess, and the Sun. Bottom of the deck we have Eight of Cups, Knight of Cups, Four of Pentacles, the Chariot, Knight of Swords, the World, and the Magician. Okay, so let's start at the top. I first calls to me the Nine of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles. I see that there is a lot of heartache coming from your work situation. That's next to the Ace of Wands and the Nine of Wands. So maybe there is a lot of struggles related to money or to stability when it comes to your financial stability. I see a bit of stress, a bit of heartache even. So many of you might be trying to transition into something that represents more money. Maybe you're feeling like you've outgrown the position that you're at. Maybe you're just, and I honestly truly feel like the thing that makes you the most unfulfilled at your job right now is that you're not getting enough money. I don't know if many of you are bind to a contract or you have to wait till a period to leave that situation, but I do feel like if you guys are binded to a contract when it comes related to work, I do feel like many of you are going to be bending that contract and actually leaving before. I do see here that there is also, many of you are just coming out of relationships or situations or partnerships, or even if you had like a roommate or anything in that sense. I do feel like many of you are coming out of situations where you find out that you trusted someone for a very long time and it turns out that that person was just stabbing you behind the back or just being sneaky or stirring stuff against you or turning people against you. I do feel a sense of betrayal. And I know the Two of Cups usually represents love, and it might be love for some of you, but I do have to say it sounds more related to a friendship environment to many of you Geminis. I am feeling that sense right now. I also see the Six of Cups and the Knight of Wands next to the Six of Pentacles. I feel like there's someone that was part of your life, Gemini. It feels like it's a person that has a stronger personality than you do. It's a person that is more assertive. It's more in your face. than you are. And I feel like this is a person from the past. Maybe it's a person that you dated briefly, or maybe it's a person that you were in a relationship for a long time. But I do feel like this person feels like they owe something to you, Gemini. I feel like they don't feel like they've treated you in a just way or in a fair way. I feel like they felt like they took advantage of you in some sort of way, or maybe they feel like they didn't treat you the way you treated them. Maybe they felt like you were feeling in love with them, but they actually pretended to feel that way just to get away with what they wanted. But I do feel like they want to come back and actually, I don't know, maybe apologize or give back to you in a way. Maybe come clean, be honest. There's something. I do sense some energy of a past lover, I do have to say, that is trying to reconnect with you maybe before the end of the year. Maybe they do want to actually express that they actually cared about you, even if you felt like they didn't. So if this relates to anyone out there of you Geminis, I do feel like be receptive to what this person has to say. Not because you want to get back with this person, but because you deserve to get an apology if there's something to apologize for from the other end. I also see here 9 of Cups, the Highest Priestess and the Sun. I feel like many of you are getting a spiritual awakenings, and I do feel like this comes through happiness. So I feel like many of you have some sort of spiritual purpose as well, but I feel like if you've been blocked when it comes to happiness or when it comes to success and certain things like that, I feel like that it's hard for you to channel your spirituality. It's hard for you to channel your devotion, your faith. It's hard for you to actually manifest those things when you're not feeling 100% yourself. But I do feel like there is a lot of beautiful things coming in. I do feel great manifestation is coming in strongly when it comes like from internal to external purity. I do feel like you guys are coming stronger in a soul perspective, like you guys are going to grow stronger from the soul, and that's going to make you happier and stronger in the material world as well. And that will actually help you achieve the things that you want to achieve. And if you have a question in mind, Gemini, right now, the answer is yes. I do feel like the answer is yes, but I do have to say that it is connected to your thoughts and it is connected to your intuition. So pay attention to anything that you have in the back of your head. If you're thinking about doing something, what is your gut telling you? I do feel like it's really important to listen to your thoughts and to your emotions and to your gut when it comes to realizing your dreams and your goals. I also see here a person that walked away. I do feel like there was someone in your life, and I know that many of you might be in relationships right now, but I am feeling like this sense of an old relationship, and I don't feel like they want to come back in your life, but I do feel like this person is actually thinking about you a lot right now. And I don't know if it's because the end of the year is approaching or whatever the case might be. I do feel like there is an old lover, Gemini, that is thinking of you a lot. I feel like they felt, and then again, 6 of Pentacles, 4 of Pentacles right next to that person. I feel like they felt like they never gave you what you deserved. And I feel like this person, it's coming on more clearly. And I do have to say, I believe these two people are the same person. I do have to say that this person, I feel like they really didn't give you 100% because they were focused on accumulating money or focused on work or focused on something rather than love. And you were just that person that was there at the wrong time. So you weren't able to get what you were giving. So I feel like that person is still there. It's still like in the back of their head. And like I said before, I have to clarify this many times. Like, it's not a time for you to feel stressed and like, oh my God, I don't want this person to come back into my life. I don't feel like they're trying to come back into your life, but I do feel like there is some unhealed wounds there, and they might reach out to actually clarify the situation or to actually apologize for the way they behaved. I do see that many of you are traveling, and I do feel like you guys might be traveling with other people that are of air signs, or someone that has a very strong air in their chart, I do feel like you guys will be traveling, and I do feel like you'll be traveling out of the country, Gemini. So wherever you are, I feel like you're going outside of the country, and I feel like this is going to be a magical trip. You guys are going to have so much fun over there, Gemini, that it's going to be like you're going to come back stronger. Like I feel like you're going to be mind blown, and I feel like you're going to come with like another sense open, like your sixth sense is going to be more developed, like you're going to have so much strength, internal and external, from this trip. I don't even know what you guys are doing, but I do feel like you're going to come back feeling different, like changed completely. I also feel like you might be, even if you're feeling happy, or even if you're feeling gratitude towards the world, or even if you're feeling content with the life that you have, I do feel like many of you have internal turmoil maybe. So I do feel like you need to do something about that, and I feel like you have what it takes to get rid of that internal turmoil. So whatever it is that it takes, Gemini, take a meditation course, start going to yoga, write on your journal, go to the therapist, sing, paint, whatever it is that allows you to get whatever is troubling you out. Use creativity to express yourself. This is something that you need to do. You can make magic from the pain that has been growing inside of you, Gemini. So I feel like that is important. Definitely traveling, and definitely having financial stability during this trip. So I feel like you're going to have a very, I wouldn't say like a flamboyant trip, but I would say a very comfortable trip. So it will be very comfortable. I do see many of you transitioning into work, into a different job, definitely new job for many of you, but I do feel like it won't be exactly, I feel like it won't be that fast, but because I feel like you're going to be picky, Gemini. I feel like you guys are going to take your time and actually do your research before you jump into another position or into that new business that you want to launch. I feel like you're going to take your time, but it will definitely happen. And I do feel like it would be challenging, maybe because of your approach to work right now. You don't just want to jump into something new because you want to get out of where you are. I feel like you want to jump into something and actually settle in. So I do feel like it will be a bit of a challenge for you to actually decide where you want to head. So allow it a few months. I would say maybe definitely by the spring, I see many of you transitioning. I also see here, you guys need to be careful with your savings. If you guys keep money at home, or you keep money stashed in different places that is not the bank, or if you lend money to someone, I do have to say you need to be careful with any money that is laying out around, or that you lend people, because it might be something that you could lose. Definitely many of you guys are going to be in love during this season. I see a lot of love, a lot of messages about love. Maybe you guys are going to get proposed to, or maybe you guys are going to get a declaration of love from someone. So I do see that many of you guys are going to be very, very happy in love. I would say, now, I know I mentioned that the other person from the past didn't want anything to do with you, and that you had nothing to worry about. That's the sense that I was getting, but now here I'm getting a warning. So I do feel like anyone from the past is trying to get back into your life, into your space, even as a friend. You just need to keep an eye open, because you never know if they have a hidden agenda, and that might be the case. So Gemini, open your eyes that you're not being taken advantage of in that sense. The Sun and the Six of Cups. I see a lot of love when it comes to family. So maybe your family is going to get together. You guys are going to have a lot of fun. I do see maybe a new member in the family. I don't know if you guys are expecting kids, or maybe someone in your family is having children or planning to have children. I do see like this new year 2018 is coming in like with a bigger family, if that makes any sense to any of you. I do see also here that your intuition is going to spike really quickly. It's not going to be like premonitions or dreams or hearing voices or anything like that, but I feel like it's going to be like a more primal instinct. Like you guys are just going to walk into a room and say, something's weird in here, or something's sketchy about that person. Like you're just going to pick it up really quick. And that I do feel like that period of time will be maybe like 8-9 weeks that you're going to be extra sensitive to all your surroundings. So pay attention to that because I think it's on point. Closing of the reading. If any of you are thinking of donating, of giving back, of participating in charity, of going to a food bank or doing something at a charity out of the kindness of your heart, if you're trying to give back, whether it's just one family, one person, or actually through established institution or nonprofit, I feel like this is the time to do it. You're going to manifest your wishes by making other people's wishes come true. Giving is receiving. Remember this, Gemini. There's no other way of manifesting than by doing. If you guys are feeling generous, by all means, go out there. Have a great end of year. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Happy New Year. Please remember to comment, share, and subscribe. Hit the like button if you feel like any of my messages resonate with you. Have a great one, Gemini. Namaste.